Chris, be honest. Did you watch this movie?
About a boy.
No.
I just got flashbanged. Yeah, dude. Holy shit. That's how we start it. That's how we start the video. Just Sam going.
Oh, John like prepared us.
Sam's is crazy.
Sam's is nuts.
Break his camera.
Sam, don't point that at a building, dude.
Well, this is a big first time for me, as this is my first movie choice. I ended up deciding to go with Mid90s, which is a A24 film written and directed by Jonah Hill. I'd like to say it was his first time being a director and writer for a movie.
I actually don't know. I think so.
I'd like to say this was his first one, and it was really interesting because he pretty much took a bunch of skaters off the streets, and this was just first time casting for them and put them in a movie.
Damn, I didn't know that. I didn't know they were just like straight up off of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if all of them were,
I saw
but
the video at the end.
The main skaters in the
Yeah.
movie were, though, from what I we'll have to double check and verify that, but
yeah, we know some of them were. I know that, but yeah, dude, this movie was really cool. Especially I knew that going into it, but like that because the performances are really good. Actually, like they do even like the actual because you would think like your first time setting up and like doing a straight up on your face like monologue I don't know if he's an actual actor or not. Ray character does at the one part that's pretty insane for a first time actor to do that. That was really good. So they did a good job and shit you wouldn't even expect them to do a good be able to do.
Sam's always said that acting isn't hard.
He's proven right in this movie, dude.
I'll bring it up as an argument or discussion for later once we get the first thoughts out. But I will bring that up. I was channeling it.
I was surprised to see a lot of negative opinions about this movie online. I thought it was
really.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
There's a ton of they didn't understand the ending or there was no point to the movie or something. But I thought it was just
It definitely
nice
didn't take a point.
a nice little story of being a kid and dealing with the shit that life throws at you.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
yeah.
Because this is very much I don't know if there's a definite name for what I mostly just refer to them as hangout movies. Where there's it's mostly just characters kind of.
There's not a big overarching plot.
They're just doing stuff.
There's not a
Slice of life movie.
Yeah, there's not a very
a bunch of
clear
movies like that.
conflict, but there is. There and the characters do change and grow. It's just not it's under the
It's very personal,
under the
it's real
pretense
life.
of kids skating.
Shit that happens to a kid,
Yeah.
yeah, they all have their own internal dilemmas and battles, but yeah, that's not the overarching story or anything.
But I don't know, it's pretty clear what this was trying to be, a story about fitting in and not really worrying too much about trying to appease everyone, just being who you are. People will like you for who you are. At least that's what I took away from
We're
it.
worrying about where you fit in, yeah.
A lot of people were saying this movie tries to it is glorifying the drugs and the negative parts of this, and it's
I would feel the very opposite of that though. It's definitely not glorifying it, but I like that they put up that argument in the movie with with Ray and fuck shit, right? Is his name?
Yeah.
It's not. That's on the audience if they do that, because I hear that argument get brought up about Breaking Bad and other shows like that. But it's if you think that they're the good guy,
Breaking Bad
that's
is glorifying. That's your
just
fault.
because they're
Yeah.
the main character doesn't mean they're good.
Yeah, just because you're the protagonist doesn't mean you're necessarily always going to.
Sam,
I mean, it's definitely something a show could fuck up. I agree that it is, but this is definitely not a movie. Especially
directed that way.
especially the brother. You're not really supposed to you're supposed to definitely see he's human and he has problems, but I don't think you're ever supposed to think he's one of the good guy per se in the movie.
There really aren't. I think I understand why people that argument, Chris, you were saying of they're not really being a definitive ending or whatever, or not really any resolved conflict, but every character is very human, as in like
I love the characters. Yeah.
They
Yeah,
do
absolutely.
stuff that makes them seem really, really shitty, and then there are parts of it where they're like pretty nice. Like that moment where they're sitting on the couch playing video games, like even though you could tell they kind of like
Well, I think
they're not made up completely, but it's a very nice like brotherly.
it's your
moment.
brother, yeah. Like the one time you and your brother aren't fighting,
Yeah.
you're just playing video games. But
Mhm.
one thing I love about that scene is because it makes the dialogue so good. Is like the brother is clearly like trying to look out for him, but because he just has no clue how to like actually say that, you know. And I mean, he was kind of right. Like obviously, like there's definitely prejudice in the movie. That's an important part too. They all assume they're like dickheads when they're not completely dickheads, but they do some dickhead shit like fuck shit, driving drunk and getting them in a fucking accident. But he was right in telling him to try to not avoid that shit. Like the brother was really trying to look out for him, but he just couldn't communicate that right, you know. And he said it like an asshole and was just being a dickhead about it.
No, and that's a big theme I feel like throughout the movie is that a lot of them aren't really good at communication, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of this is said not really said through words, but it's, you know, through actions and body language, and especially since it's this movie, the context of the shots and, you know, and what's going on within the shots and what we're seeing as the audience.
Well, I
It's
feel
not
like-
really told as much through the dialogue necessarily in this movie.
Well, I feel like that's exemplified pretty well through Ruben. Like, you know, his unwillingness to communicate. Like, is he clearly like?
Yeah, he's always trying to push the will because he thinks it'll make him look bad. He thinks no one will like him.
And even when he is communicating, he's putting it up a front.
he doesn't want anyone to think he's gay.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Every
Never
time,
say
even
thank
saying
you.
thank you, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Thank me, give me $40.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
Ray was
Steve-
Ray
meanwhile,
was the only
Steve's
one
opposite.
I definitively liked at the start. Like, out of all the friends, like, because he was the only one I didn't
Fourth grade
think.
was always a nice guy.
Fourth
Oh,
grade
fourth
was.
grade, I forgot.
What do you
Fourth
mean?
grade was
Fourth grade's
nice,
the
too.
best. He smokes,
fourth-
he drinks, he
grade's really
fucks
cool.
bitches. You know, he's pretty much the shit.
Did he fuck anyone in the movie? Did he fuck that one
He
girl?
was risen up that one girl.
He was talking to her. I remember him
Yeah.
talking to her.
He was talking about his movie. He was risen.
I'd like to think.
So,
he
of course,
closed
yeah. I
the
mean,
deal.
I'm gonna put it in for that because he deserves it. He's
I will-
poor.
I will say,
That's the other character you get for him.
fourth grade was my favorite character. I don't know what you guys
Dude, and-
thought. Fourth grade was
I
definitely.
really
He had
like
like
Ray.
3 lines of
Baby.
dialogue.
Strong Baby sounds like a sick ass
Dude,
movie.
That is
I
hard.
would-
That
dog,
is
I-
sick.
I would watch
Strong
Strong
Baby
Baby.
production. But I was definitely a big fan of Ray. I liked Ray a lot.
I
He
think
was probably my
Ray
favorite.
probably
Yeah,
had
sure.
the best like through line. I think
Yeah.
even though I like what fuck shit represents, you know, like the
Yeah, but he is an asshole kind
I,
of too. Though,
what,
at the same
no,
time.
I like what he
Yeah.
represents as in like the split between like, you know, only really caring about like the here and now and like, oh, I'm just gonna, you know, party
do
all
whatever and have
this.
fun. Yeah.
And like he perfectly like
He
bounces
has
off
the
of
chance
Ray.
to make it out.
Yeah,
too.
You know,
like
he
their, like,
no. I like the
dichotomy.
dichotomy. Yeah, of literally of that, because that's the thing is in the end it kind of says that it's not really saying it, but like that fuck shit is kind of wrong for that because he has all these opportunities, really not taking any of them. I'm not saying like he can't just have fun,
Dare I say?
but it's the fact that he's doing nothing. That
Yeah, he's not
he
allowed.
hates.
You know, it's not that he's not allowed to have his own path, but like you got
Yeah.
to do something. You got to have
Yeah,
a
it's
plan,
it's
and that's what
wasting
Ray's
all of it.
saying to him from the beginning the whole time. He's not like saying, you know, he can't do what he's doing now, but like he's like, you got to have a plan.
Yeah, when he's like,
too.
just go home, dude. Like this night is over. like let's just
No, especially that night. I'm just talking
Yeah.
about in general. Whenever they
Yeah.
first like start, you know, arguing
Yeah,
with
you
each
can tell
other,
it.
you can tell the
I want-
tension.
I like it.
Dare
at the
I
start-
say that Ray is that fuck shit is a poser? He doesn't
a
actually
poser?
he doesn't actually
He's
care
Oh,
about the
yeah,
skating.
yeah. I was like, what do you mean? Yeah, no, yeah, I agree.
he only
is a
ca-
po-
he
doesn't
only
actually
cares
care
about
skating.
he only cares about the aesthetic.
Makes him look cool.
He doesn't care
yeah.
about the actual.
But he is a
skating.
really good skater.
He is a really good skater.
I see.
Yeah,
There
he's
was
He doesn't
I mean,
have
he's like-
the steez though that Ray has.
There's
You know,
that-
he
or the
doesn't look as
passion. A
cool.
lot of that comes with the passion though that Ray has.
yeah,
He's
and
got
he
the
just puts in the
style.
work.
How was fuck shit not arrested at the very end?
Yeah, I know.
It's the mid-90s, Chris. Don't
It was-
worry.
It
It
is
was-
the it is the mid '90s.
But you're too young, dude. You wouldn't
You
get
could
it.
just you could
You
just do
weren't
that.
there.
They do not bring that up, dude. That is one thing for how bad the wreck is. They do all kind of walk away a little too okay for me. Like everyone,
No,
I mean, even
there
Stevie
were-
just gets his arm fucked up. But
There were no consequences before like cell phones existed and you could document everything.
Yeah,
like,
bef-
those guys just ran away from the
Yeah,
police,
before the
and it's
internet.
Like, that was it.
yeah, but the
Like,
one
you
kid
gotta-
was literally like dead for like a minute. Like so, we probably would have gotten in trouble for that one. But
thing
I
I-
mean, yeah, obviously.
One thing I did
Obviously,
want to
it's a movie.
say that Ray and Fuckshit's relationship reminded me of Eminem's relationships in 8 Mile. How he
Yeah.
was trying to like actually do something.
Like, stop fucking around.
Yeah, it was kind of the
I see
same
what you're
thing.
saying.
He's talking about
That's
doing
funny.
all this stuff. We just don't do anything. We all go back and sleep at our moms. Yeah. No, I do like fuck shit's character because it is very like
Oh, he's so fun.
that whole like there's a little bit of that I think in everybody of like you wasting some potential and then being angry that other people aren't doing that. And there's that kind of like bitterness where you express that anger outwards when you really should be doing something to correct it inward, but I don't know. That's a very teenager thing to do.
Or
Yeah.
even just people wanting to do different shit than you want to do. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, I think fuck shit wants to be recognized as a legit skater.
He
but
just
he's
doesn't
not
want to take
willing
it serious
do
either.
What,
Yeah, he doesn't want to
Ray
try.
is doing. And then when
Um,
Ray gets rewarded for his hard work, he starts getting bitter at him. Even though,
Yeah,
like,
because
they
and he's
both
also
get money.
pushing. He's also getting separated from him because he literally couldn't even talk to him. He was trying to do the
Mhm.
same thing, but he's so fucked up he
Yeah.
couldn't do it.
And it's like we
Yeah,
said
and he
about
wasn't that way at first either, though. You know, they were pretty cool and chill at first. I mean, they have that whole scene where they both are talking to the homeless man. You know, just having a real down to
Yeah, no,
earth
I was gonna say-
conversation. It's not till later, yeah, until Ray starts
Mhm.
getting recognized, and like they're saying, he's not as available to fuck shit as when he starts to really, cut loose and outwardly show his anger.
well, it's like too like
Yeah.
we were talking about communication as well, because he doesn't seem to. He thinks like it's corny to actually care about something, to like actually have a desire to better yourself. He's
Yeah,
like,
to excel or grow.
everyone's gonna think like I'm like like a corny, I guess.
Yeah. Well, they're
Do you
gonna
think that has something to do with like where they came from? Because fuck shit clearly had like parents that like went to Harvard or whatever
Yeah.
he was saying. Like
Well, he
they
can
were,
never
like...
live up to that either.
Not-
So, like, he can never live
Yeah,
up to
so
the
why
parents that
even
won
try?
Harvard, I'm sure.
So do you
Especially
think like that's a
skateboarding.
little bit of like just who they are, like inherently, like affects who they are?
Well,
when
yeah,
they're
I mean, it's
skating,
their
and, like, what their
experiences
motivations
and shit. Obviously, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he grew up. That's how he was gonna act. That's what I said too. Is he has the least to lose, so he doesn't care as much as the other ones. Like Ray obviously has more to lose
Yeah, that's a
than
good
him.
point.
Same with which is funny though, because that's actually something no one's mentioned yet is too, because like that part with the homeless man. That if you actually listen to that conversation, it's so funny because they're not even like answering each other. They're just like saying things.
It's such
that
a
have
real
nothing-
conversation.
Yeah,
Like,
it
that's
is.
how a
But it's
conversation goes.
funny, especially because it's so important to fuck shit's character because he's not listening, dude. He's just talking. You know, like he's not actually even listening to what the dude's saying. He's just talking. I forget it. There was one thing he said specifically that made me crack up because it had nothing to do with what the
I
homeless
know what
guy
you're talking
said.
about.
But then he's like, "Yeah, thanks for talking to me." And they're all cool because they're just bullshitting, But it's just so funny that he wasn't listening to him.
But I still got the old programming in me, I guess, from school. I'm thinking about a lot of stuff out
I
here.
understand why we ride a piece of wood, why we push on just a piece of wood, like what that does to somebody's spirit. You know?
Yeah, he said some shit like that. Like he was just saying shit, obviously. But it's so funny because it's such a real conversation.
Yeah, I mean that's a
And that's-
conversation a teenager would have to be.
Yeah, especially
what age
stoned.
are they supposed to be? In this
He's
movie?
17.
Yeah,
He's
like-
17.
But
The
like,
brother's
Stevie.
18. They're 17.
Stevie's got to be. Like,
He looks like he's like 12. He's
Yeah,
supposed to be
12 or
13. He looks like he's
13.
maybe younger.
That girl that fucked Stevie should be in
She's
jail.
older. She's like
Exactly.
16, 17.
She is.
It's
That
not
was a
supposed to be a good scene,
28-year-old
yeah.
actress. 28.
I thought
and he's,
dude, I was like, she
12.
definitely looks older than like an 18-year-old.
Like that's
13.
insane.
He's
Yeah,
It's
that-
so uncomfortable.
Why did they put
Well, I
that
think
in
it's
there?
meant to
Why
be.
did she
I
do
think
that?
it's meant to be like uncomfortable. Like, because
Oh,
he's
for
like a
sure.
12-year-old kid.
Mhm.
For sure.
I was definitely glad they stopped it where they did. Dude. I was like, please don't take this any further. Like, this is our like.
Okay, if it's 17 and 13, that's still weird. But I was literally thinking it was like 15 and 10 when I was watching
Yeah.
this. Was
Yeah,
like,
no, I mean, like,
dude.
I don't think it's supposed to, like, it's just supposed to be obviously, like, he's still, like, a kid, dude, and he doesn't really even know what he's doing.
There's no way
But,
for it
yeah.
to not be creepy, but like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like,
17,
obviously,
13
like,
is
but that's what it's
better than
supposed to be an experience a lot of people have. Like, a lot of people,
It's supposed to
because
be
of that
real.
pressure, are going to jump into it earlier than they
Mhm.
should. I don't think it's saying it's, like she's a monster, but she
Yeah,
definitely,
no,
like,
but-
he kind of,
These
like,
are all
did it
kids,
before
you
he was
can't really-
ready. Yeah.
You can't blame anybody really for.
Yeah,
It
it's just
is
he
just
wasn't
weird.
ready, He's
Yeah,
just
I'm
too
sure
young
there's
to
a
really
bit
know what he
of
was
a,
doing.
like-
That's, like, what most of the movie was.
One thing I did want to ask you guys: do you think that this friend group is an overall like good thing for Stevie? Like, do you think they're a net positive on his life, or do you think they're giving him a lot of bad habits and putting him down a bad path?
I think it was supposed to be changing. You know, like they probably weren't a good influence really up till that point, but that they might all do a little better now
So
going
Maybe
forward.
at the end of the movie, but dude,
Before,
he
no.
drinks a lot for a 13-year-old.
And there's
Smokes a lot too.
Yeah.
and there's a lot of shit, and they're just shitty friends too at
Well-
first. Like they're always trying to manipulate each other. Other than Ray, which is why Ray is definitely
See,
the one I like
that-
the most.
that's the thing. I
Well,
felt
Ray
like.
and,
Go ahead,
oh,
so.
go ahead, John.
Other than great fourth grade. Fourth grade was a chill guy.
Yeah, I feel like Ray.
Fourth grade and Ray.
Fourth grade were pretty solid. Ray definitely being the better, because fourth grade doesn't really say anything.
Yeah, he just doesn't have as much
Dude,
moments.
I felt so bad for fourth grade when he was like, "Dude, I want to make a movie."
Oh, I know,
like,
and that was
that's
fuck
fucking
shit, and that's
stupid.
fuck shit being an asshole,
yeah, like,
dude.
that's,
Like
that's more
fuck
of
shit's
the,
a real
the
asshole because
communication problem.
Biggie Spielberg. So you know you gotta say words to make movies. I ain't heard you talk but twice.
That's a stupid idea.
Yes, it was.
Because he doesn't want to make it out, so he doesn't want to see anyone else.
yeah,
make
it doesn't
out.
make him not a dick for doing that.
Dude, that
No, I'm
broke
not
my
saying
heart.
it doesn't. I'm just saying that's what's happening.
Yeah, because that's like an extension of his like thinking like caring about anything is like corny.
Or his insecurity that other people are
Not
going to
even-
start passing him up is really what it is. Like,
yeah, it's like
they're gonna get a-
it's projection.
well, he used to be in The King too. You know, he was always obviously like the coolest one because he was the one that talked, and you know, he had the parties in the car, so they go where he goes and shit. But now, obviously, he's losing that control a little bit. No one's gonna like that.
I think it's a net positive because, like, what does he have outside of this friend group? Like, he has like an abusive brother, a mother that's like, you know, not.
She was a
Like,
good
Not
mother.
the best.
She's all right.
I thought
It's
she was
weird. Like,
fine.
it shows
She
like,
was a
only
little much.
no. The only problem they actually really show from
She
her is
didn't
that
do
she
anything.
like kind of only like she doesn't really pay attention to him a ton. Like she
Yeah,
she
like,
cares
he's getting
for him,
beat up. But where's she at?
but she doesn't pay
trauma
attention.
dumps
Working.
and parentifies him
Yeah.
too.
She's got to work.
She
But you don't really see her outside of that, so that's why I said it's
Like-
hard to say.
There's the line that she brings up. She goes, "We used to talk all the time," but they clearly didn't. Like, she clearly just like kind of made that up.
No, she would talk.
She
That's
talked,
the
yeah.
thing. She talked. Yeah.
Yes.
She only talked to. She didn't really care what they were doing. That's like his brother's birthday, where she's just talking about herself.
Yeah.
And clearly, the brother just doesn't talk anymore because of
He
that.
doesn't
That's why
do
he
it.
learned to. He just shut everything out.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's just talking about her boyfriend and her boyfriend problems. It's like, okay, like you don't
Yeah,
need to
talking
tell
about
your
having
kids
sex
this.
to her kids. Like, yeah, you don't need to
Yeah.
be talking to your kids
Which-
about that.
I guess like
On his birthday.
I guess we can bring up so her boyfriend. You see him. Well, boyfriend. You see him
Once.
very briefly. So that guy, Harmony Korine is his name, and he's a director. And you can like the DNA of this movie, like what this is, like this sort of like hangout kind of movie. You can trace that back to him. His movies
Really?
are like very very similar to this, where they're definitely more uncomfortable. Like they're purposefully like uncomfortable. They depict like really uncomfortable kind of situations, but they have that like ultra.
What's one of his movies?
There's Kids,
I knew it. All right, yeah, I did
yeah.
know his movies. Kids.
Gummo.
Yeah, Kids is exactly like this movie. That was going to come up at some point.
Most recently, if you heard of like The Beach Bum with Matthew McConaughey.
No, I never heard.
I've
of
heard
it.
of that. Yeah.
I knew Kids though.
Yeah, like that's
I
his.
watched Kids. Kids
that-
is crazy.
Yeah, that's his style of like the really intimate, like uncomfortable kind of
Just very human situations.
yeah. And I think
like, modern,
he's
too.
also really well known for using like non-actors in his movies.
Yeah.
So
Because that's how Kids was. I'm pretty sure that was any big actors in that.
yeah.
But yeah, dude, how about Trent Reznor on the music, dude? I didn't know he did the music
And
for
Atticus Ross.
this. I just saw Trent Reznor. I just saw the name. I was like, oh shit. But because he did a lot of good. He did like The Social Network. What else?
They-
So many
He did
different
another really
bangers.
big movie.
Well, Trent.
Yeah, he did a lot of
They are Nine Inch Nails. Like that's. But like for the sake of like when they do
Reznor.
movie soundtracks, they do Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
All I
didn't
know is there
realize
was that one Kanye song.
That's all I know.
When?
Yeah.
When? I
That-
actually don't
that-
remember.
that- yeah, there was New Slaves.
It was just like the
there was
instrumental.
like an inner there was like
When
an
did that?
interlude.
When did that play?
Yeah, when did that
Probably
play?
was.
Right when he
There was a lot
fell
of
on the
music.
table, right before that.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
really?
Kanye did sample it because I looked it up.
Oh, okay, it's
Probably what it is. It's not a Kanye song.
Hey,
Hey,
when
it's a sample.
Kanye samples it, it's his song now.
No,
Okay?
Yeah, it
but the
is
part that they
automatically.
used was actually from the Kanye song,
Oh,
not
okay.
from
Okay.
not from the sample. But the sample
was still
is from
probably
like
would be a
some
full
like
reference.
Hungarian band or some shit. Like it was extremely
Sweet.
random.
I wanted to talk more about the brother because I think that was a really good character. I mean, obviously he's an asshole.
He's a
Like he's
pussy,
kind of a
too.
dick. Yeah. Well,
It's no
that's what
bitches.
he
Well-
he he did say he did get no bitches. Yeah, that's the thing. That's I always wondered that part. Did he back up? Did he not do it because his brother was there, or because he was scared of fuck shit? Like I couldn't tell. It was because it looked like he was ready to fight him, and then he saw his brother standing there and was like, "Oh shit!" Like,
I think you could probably look at it as like that is one way, but also maybe that like he's only willing to be aggressive towards Stevie because he's like so much smaller and like
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
like
yeah,
he's not
but
willing
that's
to
why I said it
actually
seemed a little bit. It could be either way. That's why I said
because he was very
doesn't seem just
clearly
one
like
of 'em.
intimidated that someone was like actually fighting back against him and like challenging him.
I think it was what
why?
you said. He was scared of fighting like multiple people. Or
Why
whatever.
was he crying? What did Stevie do? Did he punch him in the eye or something?
No, he punched his brother in the face. That's why he was crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, he felt bad. You think?
Yeah,
Yes,
he
yeah.
punched him in the
He hit
face
him
twice.
hard, dude.
Yeah,
He's been kicking his ass the whole movie.
Yeah,
why?
but
Why
no,
would he be sad this
that's the
time?
thing. I wanted to mention that
Yeah,
about this
change your
movie.
heart.
Like it's also like you got to remember they are 17-year-old kid, like a 17-year-old kid and their brother. Like it's like you only see him hit him like I mean like dude like sometimes brothers fight like that does happen in real
Yeah,
life. Like
it's-
it's not good. I'm not
Especially
sitting here
at that
saying that's
odd age gap.
I'm
that
not
they
saying
clearly
that's a
have.
good thing, but like I think that's specifically supposed to make you overreact because it's a movie. You know, like that's clearly like you see that once, you're like, oh my god, that's all they are. But I think throughout the movie, you're supposed to see that's not true. You know,
Even before that, like when he is mad about him not saying that he took some money, he like puts the covers over him and starts hitting him in like the leg and stuff.
punches him in the side and shit. Yeah,
That's very,
it's not
like,
good, but
While wearing a
from
Bill Clinton
growing
mask.
up-
having an older brother.
growing up
too.
with an older brother, like that's how you fight. There's no like
Especially that
fist
age
fights
gap,
or like
yeah.
people getting thrown around. Like it's very like wrestly. Like
Oh, and he
you-
did steal the money too. Like I'd be pissed too
Yeah.
if my little brother did that to me.
Yeah.
I'd be so mad. Like
It's very clearly different when you hit somebody in the face. Like it looked like he was really trying to hurt him. Whereas
yeah,
the other
yeah,
times,
and he hit him twice too, and
Yeah,
then he
he's
literally
not
like
trying
yeah.
to hurt him. He's trying to teach him a lesson in his own fucked up way. But
I
that's,
don't know.
that's
He was
the-
going after him pretty hard since the
Yeah.
very first scene in the very beginning. You
fucking
know,
dick.
it opens
Yeah,
up with
he-
that.
Oh yeah,
Even-
he definitely
He
beat
runs,
him up.
runs into the wall, body slams
Yeah, he
to the
was
wall, and
slugging the
starts
fuck
getting
out of
hit.
him.
I'm not saying he
Yeah.
didn't beat the fuck out of him. He
Stay in
definitely
my
did.
fucking room. And then he still goes right inside of it. And
Yeah,
just
he went
looks
right
at
back in
everything
there.
he
But he
has.
did have a
Then he-
he did have
Well,
a
that's because
sick
he looks
room,
up to
though.
his brother. That's
Then
like the
he-
whole
No,
point. Though,
that's
is,
the point I was going to get to
Yeah,
next.
he-
Is like
he
despite
idolizes
all
his
that,
brother.
you could tell he still looks up to him because the first thing he does whenever he leaves is like, "Oh, sick." He goes right inside. He's like, "Oh, look at all this cool stuff."
but the brother
Yeah.
isn't even trying to look out for him even before he says that to him, because that's like when he comes home fucking drunk, dude, and screaming and being an asshole. And he's 13, dude. Like, so the brother is right to be fucking screaming at him. Like, what
He
the
told him
fuck are
off
you doing?
though. Like, come on.
No,
Yeah. I mean,
I
and
thought
then his
he was
brother
getting
punched
him.
him, and then his brother punched him in the face. Like that's a very real story I could hear every day. Like I could be like,
Yeah.
yeah, and you probably deserved it. As a 13, I could be like, yeah, you probably
Everyone acts
deserved
like
it.
real people. Like
Yeah,
it's
like,
definitely
and it's the thing.
characters
That's the
are
thing. I said
extremely-
you're supposed to intentionally at first be against him like super hard, but then like and throughout it you're supposed to be like, well, maybe he's not like a monster. You know, he's still an asshole, but he's not like a fucking monster.
I thought it was weird in the beginning when Stevie gives him that like heartfelt birthday present. How he doesn't say thank you.
Yeah.
But then I realized like it's probably just because he didn't want to be gay either. You know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
just like a
Pretty
common
much,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the like he didn't want to show any emotion. That's clearly what he learned to do is just to shut everything out. So he
Yeah,
just
you can
doesn't say shit.
tell Stevie's not that way in the beginning, and he doesn't really get that way, but he's starting to get that way for a bit until, he finally gets the Skater family, and that's why I kind of agree with what Chris said earlier, is that, like, albeit, the drinking, drugs, whatnot, they're an overall good to him because they're the people there for him, and they're
Well,
kind of,
like I
giving
I
him
said-
that, sense of family, at least, and belonging.
I think good in the end is a good way to say it, because like if you just said like if it wasn't for the fact like if it just ended with the fucking accident and everything, then absolutely not. Then
Well,
clearly they
But
weren't.
what
shooting
happened
for him.
after that? He
Like I said,
drives
I think it's
drunk
implying that
and
he's
he
gonna
fucking
improve.
wrecks the kids, and then he gets hurt and breaks his arm.
Yeah,
And
he
then,
doesn't really get a
because
lot
he
of
cared
consequences.
about him. Like that's enough. Like I don't know.
Yeah, fuck shit probably should have got a little more consequences in the end. I will agree
You would
that.
think.
He
but-
kind of walks off scot free, but I mean, even from Stevie, like even Stevie's just like, "That's cool, dude." And you'd be pretty pissed at him for almost
Well, he's
killing you.
13. He's not even.
I mean, you're still like you're
he
still
could be on
aware.
pain pills too. He could have been just.
But that's what I
loopy
mean.
out of
You
it.
would not, and then the mother just being like, "Go see him." Like everyone but fuck shit, yeah. like not fuck shit. Like they're a little lenient on fuck shit in the end for sure. But I mean, it's whatever.
Why does
but-
the mom have a change of heart? Like what exactly?
that doesn't make
I think
That
because they
is-
stayed and they clearly care
Because
about him.
they clearly stayed and cared about him. Yeah, absolutely. But still, like, yeah, don't like you almost killed him. like at the same
drunk.
time. Yeah,
Like if it was just a wreck, like that'd be one thing. But like,
and
to
she had
drive
already
drunk-
told the dickhead not to do that.
Yeah,
like,
I think my mom would walk in the room and be like, "I'm taking your ass to court. Fuck you, buddy." Like,
yeah, fuck shit got off a little easy in that. I definitely agree with that. But
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I don't think it was trying to do more than that. So it doesn't super hurt the movie. It's just a little hard to disbelieve that he's just so cool.
A
with
lot
it.
of people hate the movie because of the ending, because of how like kumbaya the ending is.
It is a little too.
From what
I
was
could
looking at.
agree. I could definitely agree. It's a little just too everything ties
like
up
it,
real
though.
nice, real quick. But yeah, I don't think it's bad. I could see some problems with it for sure. I don't think it's perfect. I guess is the best way to say it.
Well, I don't know, because like the ending, like the actual ending of like the movie itself, like mid-90s. I like that, the inclusion of that, because I think like it represents like the actual productivity of what they've been doing. Like it's actually like everything that like they've experienced up until this point is like actually
Yeah, they made the video.
it's actually been worth something because they made something from it, like something productive, like an actual movie was produced from it. So I think like I like what that has to represent.
Well, it's definitely saying their experiences aren't a waste because that's like a big
Yeah,
part of the movie too. Is obviously learning from your experiences. Like he wouldn't have grown without what happened to him. Like that's why I think the ending that like works is because of that. Where it's like yeah, now they can learn. He can learn and be better. Hopefully, who fucking knows for real. But
because I didn't really like mention it before, but like I saw like because we like had talked about like the positive influence that like the group has on Stevie. I kind of see it more as like him being a positive influence on them.
yeah,
It's the other way around where like because him like being injected into the group is like what was kind of necessary like for them to actually start thinking more about like their situation and like actually recognizing the
and
faults in
being
each
better,
other.
like being nicer. Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, and
But
and
it
more
is important
so-
too that the whole reason he gets into the group is just and everything he does like while in the group is just act like his brother. Like every single thing he does, like when he fights the one dude, that's because he's acting like his brother to fight. What's his fucking name? Who's the one who's Ruben? Yeah, Ruben. He gets into the group at first from just getting his skateboard and shit. Like he just takes his stuff to try to make the friends in the first place, which is how he ends up with a group and ends up just being just like him.
and like two is that their interactions after he joins become way more sincere. Like they're not. It's not just like because it feels like actual real friendship that develops out of it. It's not just like let's just hang out and smoke and skate. Like it becomes something more than that. Like and it's kind of the way that I like to view like real friendship is that like friends are people who will be there, who will sleep in the hospital all night waiting to make sure you're all right, more so than people you can just like go and skate and drink 40s with. So
Yeah, that is an interesting thought, John, because they kind of needed. They didn't really have any like responsibilities or anything like to look after, and then all of a sudden, like when what's the kid's name? I can't remember his name. Stevie.
Sunburn.
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 Comes in. They have like, oh shit, like this kid is gonna get hurt if we don't like help him out, if we don't guide him, or like he's gonna be led astray if we don't guy. Like,
Yeah,
and
especially
it's
with Ray on that one because he's the one that stays up with him and everything and helps him when he's all fucked up. Even takes
Yeah.
the 40 off him when he's being a dickhead.
yeah.
he took the pill away from him.
Did
Yeah,
he
what
take
was
it
that?
away?
What was
I thought
that
he
pill?
took it.
It was
I thought he
Adderall.
took
No,
it.
he took it
Oh,
and
was
then
it
just like
Adderall?
he chucked it back at.
That was
Fuck
his
it.
pill though.
Stevie.
Oh, Stevie took it.
Stevie
Yeah,
took it.
yeah.
No.
Stevie took it, yeah. You don't really, I don't really think they show him on it though a lot. Like he just kind of has that one conversation.
I think
Well,
it's just
well,
Adderall.
he
It's
gets
not
like hot. He gets crossfaded like a motherfucker.
Yeah, he definitely
Yeah.
yeah, but he's like that's what I mean. Like he
does
talks
it-
pretty well. He
does
doesn't
that
seem that
in
fucked
jokes,
up.
too.
They do that like montage of like all the like everybody like in the kitchen like in different positions and like
And they
every
just keep going around
every
and
single
talking.
one he is like hitting the fucking Benjamin in all
Yeah.
of them.
The music changes up like each time.
Yeah, that was
Goes
a
from
pretty
like all
cool scene.
funky
I really
to
liked
then
all
to
the
like
shots.
jazz and slows down once he's high.
Yeah, the music was really cool too.
Yeah, it
throughout that whole
It all felt right. It all fit whatever was happening on screen. Yeah, it was good.
Because I was trying to think like I feel like there could have been the potential that it could have been like a little too like unbelievable in its presentation like of like it would have been like almost like too 90s in a way like where it's like, oh, we gotta have this like, you know, but it felt like very believable in the way in its presentation. It wasn't like
Yeah.
it
What,
wasn't
the
like
party?
no like
Is that what you're talking
the
about?
movie like overall.
Oh, okay. So I was confused. What you were talking
It
about
wasn't
for a
like
second.
this like overly romanticized like idea of the 90s.
Oh yeah,
because like
Yeah.
that happens a lot with like anything
80s now
that's
and-
like 80s
yeah.
influenced. Yeah, it's like it's like overly like romanticized idea.
way cooler. Like, damn, I
But
wish
the
I lived in the
80s
80s.
fucking
Just like what
sucked,
the
dude.
50s used to
They-
be. Yeah,
Fuck the
they usually
80s.
a shitty time
They
unless
didn't,
you
they
were
didn't
like
have
rich.
the internet. Like, come on.
Yeah, you could
What are you
watch
gonna do
film
if you
friends
can't
whenever
scroll
you want.
TikTok all day?
Yeah, they didn't have TikTok.
How are you gonna watch the Film Friends podcast? if you don't have
Exactly.
Internet.
Exactly, dude.
That's
Did
what I've been
entertainment even exist before Film Friends?
No,
No.
they had Ronald Reagan and crack. That's all they had.
That was
in the
it.
80s.
That was it.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know what? 1 for 2 on that one. Crack's pretty.
Crack's pretty. Anybody that's done crack will
Yeah.
tell you it's pretty
I thought it
cool.
was so funny when they go to the
don't smoke any of
yeah,
the homeless people's
you see
stuff.
those bums over there? Don't smoke anything they give you. It's probably crack.
I thought he was gonna get arrested
Dude.
there. Like seriously, I was like, oh, he's gonna.
Yeah.
He
The
didn't
mo-
even run.
The movie
At
was
first.
like legitimately really funny. I thought like
Oh,
there,
yeah.
there were lots of parts where I was like cracking
Fuck
up.
shit made me laugh a lot. He was definitely a
Yeah.
funny ass character.
Even-
Just how abrupt and unclever some of their insults were, like that literally made me laugh so hard.
Why do you call him fuck shit? Because he says it all the time.
Because like in the beginning they were like talking about that really like would you rather suck your dad's dick or your
Yeah,
eat your mom out? And like, it was already
He
like
said I'd rape her.
yeah, like, they were
You're
they
just like,
recognized
what?
they recognized how weird it was, and then he was like he made it like, well, I mean, I would have to drug him, right? Like,
Yeah, he made sure to take it a whole nother step.
But I feel like they talked like people actually talk.
yeah, yeah.
You know?
They talked
Yeah,
like real
absolutely.
people.
Yeah, I think that comes from the fact that they were just skaters. They grabbed,
More,
you know,
more than like
probably knew
any
each
other
other or
movie we
something.
watch. I feel like the conversations are just so fucking real.
There was definitely some very funny jokes. I wish I'd see because like when they're arguing with the security guard, that part's pretty funny. They're just slinging insults. He's like, "Come over the fence." He comes
Well,
up to the
that-
fence and he backs away, and he's like, "Fuck you."
Jesus Christ would smoke cools.
That was so fun. And I really like the parts of him trying to learn to skate, and he just keeps getting fucked up until he finally like just barely gets off the ground, and he's so hyped.
Yeah.
Or he-
Your first ollie is
I do-
monumental.
I do really like the last thing Ray says to him at the end when he's like, "You don't got to keep taking the hits to like fit in, like you know, or just like sucking it up." And I think that's one of the best messages. That's kind of the message at the end where you got to learn to be more like doesn't have to just take shit just to fit in and shit. Like he's actually part of
Yeah.
the group and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Sunburn was trying to do like the thing that was cool with the group the whole time, and then
Yeah.
at the end, I thought like, you know, fuck shit, like drinking and like making an ass out of himself. So there's like
That's what
dudes
made him cool.
like
yeah.
made it seem like, oh yeah, drinking isn't that cool. Like this is chill. It's chill to just be.
I
Sober.
think getting in the car accident also was like, whoa.
yeah,
This shit's real.
that too. That's not very cool.
Fourth grade only has like those two scenes that where he's talking to the girl, and then when he says he wants to be a filmmaker, and they shit on him over it. Like I don't think he talks more than that.
I like how they call him stupid, even though he just like asks questions. Like he's the only like curious person. Like
Yeah,
That's why he
Yeah.
doesn't
everybody-
talk because they
everybody
call
else would-
They call him
his nickname is
stupid,
that he's stupid. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they just always call him stupid. Like the one time someone calls him smart, he was down to talk about it, talk about his film and stuff.
Which being able to make like a movie back then on
Dude, that's a lot of skill,
on
dude.
VHS tapes, like yeah, that's like clearly
Very
not.
impressive.
Yeah.
He was clearly the smartest one in the group. Like
Well,
he's the
that
only
would
one
be
that knew
that
what the fuck he was
Wow.
doing.
definitely be Ray, but
Well,
Well, I
what
mean,
is
why the
Ray's
fuck-
end goal? Like,
Why the
where is he
fuck?
going?
Ray isn't necessarily
He's
like
a
super
pro
smart.
skater.
Be a pro skater. What
Yeah.
do you
I mean, is that realistic to be a pro skater?
well,
I don't
back
know.
Pros
well
were gonna bring him to
well,
Florida,
yeah, for
dude.
him.
we do have to like I guess maybe be a little contextual. Like back then in like the 90s and like early 2000s, yeah, like skater
Skating was the
culture
shit.
The
was
80s,
actually like 80s as well. Like
Yeah,
that
late 80s is probably the time to get in because I
That-
think that's
that
when Tony
was-
Hawk started.
Yeah, I think so. That's when like he reads that one magazine. Like magazines like actually were the way that like you got noticed because that, again that was like pre-internet. So
Mhm.
Yeah, did you mention Thrasher by chance?
no, I didn't.
Yeah, like Thrasher magazine and stuff like that was huge.
Yeah,
Skateboarding culture. That was really big back then.
it is kind
Now
of weird how
skating's in
that
the
like,
Olympics.
I feel like skating was so huge, and now it's like it's kind of dropped off. Like I know people still skate, but it's like
Definitely
seemed
not
to
as
be,
big
like,
as it
almost-
was.
Yeah, it almost
We
seemed
don't-
like
We don't live in
associated with,
areas
like,
where people
punk and
skate,
stuff.
though. Like,
Yeah, but I felt like it was bigger back in the day, though. Still, like I feel like it was kind of a bigger phenomenon. But maybe I'm wrong. But
This movie didn't
Doesn't
convince
feel
me
like
that
it.
skateboarding was cool. Like they didn't really do any like cool shit.
Oh,
Not
I
gonna
thought
lie.
it was cool. Dude.
I
oh, you
mean,
didn't think what they did was
They did
cool.
like flips.
their
Like,
tricks were cool.
I don't care.
Yeah,
Dude, he
I
jumped
mean
the
that's
gap.
actually hard to
Yeah.
do.
He jumped the gap.
They're also
Yeah.
teenagers, I should add. Like they're still just starting out and shit.
Well, if Ray's trying to go pro, he better step up his game. That's
Well,
all I'm
yeah,
saying.
he was doing some cool shit. Wait till he goes pro, dude. He's gonna be doing
Dude,
some
now,
real
now
cool
I
shit.
know Chris.
Wait
was
till
the
he gets
last
a
person
real-
to do a kickflip.
Yeah, I know. He's killing them.
This all but
No,
confirms it.
I'm saying I could just go do that right now. Like it didn't look that hard.
Ooh.
Go by
No.
Dude, what's easier, acting or skateboarding? Right
No,
now,
okay, all right. We find a gap somewhere, and we see
right
him do
over.
it.
Dude, if that table wasn't there, he might have died. Like,
Has anyone here ever skated?
No,
Anyone in here?
I
Yeah.
I stepped on a skateboard like once.
I tried. My sister was really into it when we were younger. I couldn't do it. I sucked.
I could ollie.
Aha.
That's better than me,
about
dude.
it. And then I could longboard pretty well.
However,
that's not
though-
really tricks though. But I could make my way around, Oakland, going up and down some pretty big hills.
You put a tech deck in these hands, it's over though.
Dude, I'm a dog. I'm a dog with the tech deck. Don't get me going.
All right, I'll bring it up now, but I don't think acting is hard to do. That is my hot take. I think that there's got to be a different word for stuff that like Oscar winners get, like Leonardo DiCaprio, like when they do something that's that crazy, or like Javier Bardem. There's like crazy performances
Yeah,
that stand
yeah.
out in your head. But if you're gonna play like even like a co-main character, if you have a good director and the
Even a main
cinematography is done
character.
well, acting isn't hard. And
I feel like
Yeah,
it'd be
well,
really
I-
hard to
I
get like
think-
good body language. Like having good body language
No,
and
it
like
doesn't
being
matter.
able to communicate like with your hands or whatever. Like
But
the
see, that's
way,
why a
exact way
director
you're supposed to.
can be there. A
be
good
hard.
director could help
Good
you with that
director.
a lot. But
Just film
one thing I
right,
was gonna
make the best
say is
take,
like
edit it right.
it's one of
does
those
not matter,
things
dude. Acting
where
is
Voice
it-
acting would be easy, but acting
No,
would be
Voice acting is actually harder
Voice
than-
acting would be
So,
harder.
I'm
yeah.
talking about like, dude, there's definitely like a skill
I can do
gap
voice acting.
though. Like it has a very low entrance. You can do a great role sometimes very easily. Like if you happen to just be the perfect fit for a role, I mean, like then it's gonna work out for you. You just do what you do, and that's the thing why acting can be really easy because like. If your personality or your how you talk or anything is close to what you need, obviously it's gonna be way easier for you than other
That's why
people.
people get
You know?
typecasted.
Yeah, exactly. Like you got to think about all the parts that go into acting. That's why it's like there's so many different things that matter than just your own skill to make a good movie. So
I'm just saying, if you watch like audition tapes when they're filming it on like a shitty camcorder, it looks ass, and you can't convince me. That,
yeah,
like,
no,
you can pick
because
it
the
out.
film. That's what I'm saying. There's
All
so
it
many
is the
parts that go into
directing,
it.
the cinematography and the writing. If those things are good, anybody here could be in the movie. I would.
All right,
die on
Christopher
that
Nolan, if you're watching this,
Yeah.
Give Sam a role in a major motion picture.
Well, see, I think you also have to
Give
include
Sam
like you
the lead in Oppenheimer 2.
let him read it, but you have to want it too. Like you have to try to put in the work too. I think is important. Like if you're just gonna go in and be lazy, then obviously it's not gonna work out.
It's
But
within everyone's potential to be.
yeah, I don't think there's a skill gap that no one could act. I would definitely agree with that. Like there's no point like they couldn't do it. But I don't think that's the type of talent it is. To be honest, it's not meant to be.
To be
There's
like
some for everybody.
okay, all right. Well, this is the way I see
whoa.
it. To be an actor, you know,
Nobody.
An actor.
to be an auteur, you know, an
Damn,
actor.
You fucking crushed me in that one.
Well, no, auteur is different. That applies to directors, but to be like an actor, like, you know, yeah, I think you have to have range, but to be able to act, you know,
That's
like,
true. That's fair.
I think there's a difference between being able to act and like being like an actual like actor.
Yeah, but then that's so semantics, like, because then where do you draw that line? You know, that's where the hard part.
I
is.
draw the difference.
I get what you mean.
Yeah,
I
like,
agree, but like, where do you draw that line? Is the
I
hard part, then.
draw it like personally. This is just like my opinion. Is like typecasting versus like, you know, range. Like yeah, like,
there's definitely the range is the big part. Like you said, Leo. You could see it in Leo, Matthew McConaughey. Like they can play people far outside the scope you would expect. What's that one guy who was in Moneyball? Who I'm trying to think of? Not Brad Pitt, but he was the coach.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Philip Seymour Hoffman, bro. That's an easy one. He's up there. Fucking like Nick Nolte, bro. There's a lot of big ones. I'm naming people who are in movies we watch.
That's why The Rock gets all the criticism because he just plays.
He does it to himself though. Like
He's
he can
also
act a
just
little
not a
bit
good
if he
actor.
wanted to. Though he's not terrible. He probably could do well if he tried.
You can't.
You know, like
if I was in The Rock's body, that I would do worse.
He's not bad in Ballers.
You think
he
he could do a
show,
little?
though.
Yeah, see, I'm sure he could do well because I remember older movies before he was really big when he cared a lot more. Obviously,
when he was the Tooth Fairy, like he was going crazy.
Dude,
When
he
he was
cried in
when
that
he was
movie,
the
I
Scorpion
think.
King.
No, but there is like, what was that? I can't think of the name of the movies where he did. He was still like an action star, dude. They just need to have him fight Dave Bautista in an A24 movie. There you go. Who's the better actor?
Dave Bautista is a good actor.
No,
Well, yeah,
he's like genuinely. I want to see him like in more roles, like
You know,
regardless
well,
of
I
his
think
size.
the difference between Dave Bautista and The Rock is that like Dave Bautista is actually willing to like
He puts in the effort.
He's
Like,
willing to
that's what
challenge
it's about.
himself as an actor,
Yeah.
like because The Rock just wants to be like
He has it in his contract. He can't lose.
Yeah,
dude. Like, that's
I'm
crazy.
the good guy. I can't lose.
I'm gonna
fights.
ruin every movie I'm in.
Batista clearly makes an effort to, earn his.
He
stripes and be taken
challenges
seriously.
himself too.
Yeah,
Like especially if you watch that Apocalypse movie that came out recently. That
Oh,
he
yeah.
was in the Four Horsemen or whatever. What was that
Cool when I
called?
saw that.
Not that one. That one was cool as fuck
Knock in
too.
the Woods.
Knock in the wood. Knock in the cabin.
Or Knock in the Cabin.
Knock in the cabin. Yeah. Bro, he did great in that, bro. He just happened to be a large guy in that movie. Like it had nothing to do with anything else. He was just really huge.
His very
But-
brief appearance in Blade Runner.
It's great
2049?
character for only being in like the first 5 minutes. And that was one though where his size was important to the character. Like it made him fucking intimidating.
So I guess the question I raise to you, Sam, is what role do you think you could effectively act in? What kind of role?
I could have been in Mid90s. Could have been in.
Which character?
Name
though?
a movie. This is my argument is name a movie. And as
Dude,
long
put
as,
Sam
like,
in Joe Dirt right now, bro. We just clean up his mustache a little bit.
give me-
He's
give
killing
me
it.
any role, as long as it like I said, I'm not gonna go out and win an Oscar. But like if you give me a competent director and it's not gonna be filmed all shitty.
Dude, let's
does not
put
matter.
fucking. We're putting you in a Tarantino movie. You're getting the feet shot.
Put me in a Tarantino movie.
You're getting the feet shot, dude. My feet will be up, dude, on that seat. Dude, who would be like your dream director to work for? Not Stanley Kubrick. I can promise
probably-
anyone here.
I mean,
Probably not.
probably
not
Tarantino. I would bet because
unless he sees your feet, dude. You got to think about that. You got to
You
wear
know what?
socks everywhere you go.
Put those puppies away.
I think it would have to be, if I'm being real, it would either be Edgar Wright or Wes Anderson.
Dude,
I
Edgar
like-
Wright would be pretty sweet.
I like their blend of like dialogue and cinematography, where like the way they film stuff almost like flows with the jokes or the timing of the scene. I like the way that they do that.
That was gonna make me immediately talk about because Edgar Wright, I think in all of his movies, like constantly, like people are like, that was the best experience of my life, and like that's a big factor for me to want to work with somebody. That's why I said Stanley Kubrick because like that's the opposite reaction most people have to Stanley Kubrick.
I'm thinking I want to work for a director that just brings his friends in all of his movies,
Adam
and then I can
Sandler.
become one of his
Oh,
friends, and then just
dude.
run it up, dude.
Dude, if you want to be rich, dude, just
Infinite
go
money
to,
machine right there.
dude, just do a fart joke in an Adam Sandler movie, bro. You're set.
I must be. Glasses are beginning to steam up.
Dude, has Jonah Hill done any more movies other than
It's
this?
the only one I know that he's
that's-
made, at least. And he did a great job, dude. Jonah Hill did a
I
great-
failed to check to see if he had, because this was 2018, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. 2018, 2019.
He made one in 2022 called Stutz.
What
Whatever
the
that
fuck
is.
is that? Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Stunts.
Pretty recent.
Yeah, we got a real-time fact checkers, so I'll leave them to.
Yeah, dude. We got,
Yeah, that's
got
all
the
I see.
factors.
Oh, it's a documentary.
Oh, yeah.
Stutz.
Oh, I did. Wait. Oh, wait. That's the one. He's
It's like
like,
a book. It's like a book.
he talks to his psychologist, right? Isn't that what it's about?
It's
What about
looks like,
Phil
yep.
Stutz, whoever that is?
Oh, yeah, that's his psychologist. That's right.
Yeah. Or
Is that one like really awkward? I heard like it's just like him.
We'll have to watch
I
that
don't remember.
sometime on the podcast.
He's just talking to his
Yeah,
psychologist.
true,
That's
yeah.
all I remember. It's just
Let's
kind
give
of
our
weird.
opinion before we watch it, and then we can maybe alter
I've
it.
seen
after
clips
we
of it.
watch
That's why I was trying to say that, but I can't remember it. That's why I knew once he brought it up.
What's your guys' favorite Jonah Hill movie that he's acted in?
oh, he's active.
Super bad.
Super bad.
I-
Or no, because he was also in Moneyball and what's it called? I think Superbad might be a little better
Superbad's
than Moneyball
okay.
for me.
I think
Dude, I
I-
fucking love
I'm-
Shut
Superbad.
up, Chris.
I'm gonna be in the
Shut up,
super
dude.
bad crew. I think.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning Superbad because he also was really good in Wolf of Wall Street. though,
I
too.
like Moneyball more than that, for sure.
like Moneyball
Moneyball is
more
my
also.
favorite movie he's been in, but my favorite performance
That
of
was
his
the
is
question.
probably Superbad.
Really, I might like
Okay, then
Superbad
sure.
a little more than Moneyball, even just like movie. I really like Superbad.
Actually,
but-
I'm gonna go with How to Train Your
21
Dragon.
yeah, he plays that small role. He
That's
plays that.
valid.
Megamon,
He's a
That's
very
very-
Who's Jonah Hill
That's
in
valid
How to Train
too.
Your Dragon?
he's one of the
He's
like
the fat one.
he's what yeah he's like the
I didn't know he
I
was in
forget
that.
his name. He's one of
Yeah, I don't remember.
One of the
like,
friends.
He's
Quartz.
one of the like teenage Viking people.
Yeah, his buddies.
That
like, he trains
Megamind
with.
is an amazing movie, dude.
Dude, he's the
Very
cameraman.
underrated.
Well, for real
Another great
throwback,
one.
I'm going with Accepted for Jonah Hill.
Dude, Accepted
that?
is also hilarious.
I've never seen it.
Justin Long too. It's a comedy movie. It's so funny.
I like
Ask
Jonah
me about
Hill.
my wiener.
They make a fake college basically because a kid's lying to his parents.
They don't
about
get
going to
accepted,
college. Yeah.
I like him in Django.
My favorite role of all time, bro. He's the
Can't
bad
see
guy.
shit. That's all he does. All he says. You don't even see his face.
What about 21 Jump Street?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, both of the 21 Jump
Both of
Streets are
those.
also amazing.
you know
Wait,
Jonah Hill got a good-
22 Jump Street for the second
Yeah.
one?
that would be a good somebody to recommend 21. I haven't seen that in such a long time, and I would really like
So
to,
funny.
to
It
revisit
still
it.
holds up too.
One thing about this movie, it kind of made me thankful for the people I had in my life growing up, just because it's so easy for a kid to be influenced by like the people around them and the stuff they think is cool. Like pretty much anybody could be a drug addict or a burnout or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It just
It takes one car accident too, one fucking
yeah, it's over.
been drunk one time.
I think about that all the time, like about the 80s, the 90s, like the 70s, like all of it, like kind of pre-internet where there was no real
Especially, yeah, you don't have that access to
fact-checking.
information, yeah.
There's like if somebody older than you, if you were a kid and somebody older than you told you something,
Bro, how are you supposed to know black people get sunburned, bro? How are you supposed to know that? How are you supposed to know that at this point?
Stevie didn't even know what black people were.
Yeah,
What a
I think he was joking. I
No,
don't
I
think he was
know.
being serious. Yeah, I was hoping when he said that.
What are black people?
They love that. They thought that was funny as fuck. Dude, and what's his name was sick. He was funny. He was
No,
so bad. He was
Ruben.
funny.
Yeah, Ruben.
Dude, Ruben.
That's the thing too. Ruben couldn't make friends with him because he only shut himself out. Like that was the thing. Like if Stevie,
How did
if he would've
Ruben
just
get in
been-
the group?
Same way probably Stevie kind of did,
He
just
did.
kind of hung out in the area until he was part of the group. But that's the thing. Ruben
Stevie
never
had
actually.
Ruben. Who did Ruben have?
He probably just followed them around and like kind of became their friend because of that.
Yeah,
He was
they
he
always-
was obviously their bitch too. Like that's one thing else I was
Oh,
gonna say.
true.
They weren't like his real friend because he was like, even Ray was like, bro, fucking fill this water up. It's like, fuck you, dude. Like you're being like, that's why at first, like I said, they definitely weren't at least gonna be a good influence. Like they were clearly just keeping him around to use him as a little bitch, you know.
The Reuben story
little
never
skater
really
bitch.
ended. Like now that I think about it, like it never
I think
really
they
had
fought
like
and got over it, you know. Like
Yeah.
they were friends. He was
They
pissed. They
definitely
fought. They
need
got
to have
over it.
a conversation.
It culminated like
Well, he did almost die. Like you'd probably let it go after that too. Like it was just a fight, you know.
It
Like,
culminated like at the big gathering of all the skaters.
yeah,
when
where they got in the fist fight.
Yeah, they like bumped
And then
into
Ray
each other.
talked to him too.
Yeah, Ruben also can't fight for shit. He should have destroyed.
Dude, he had like
Huge
He is 2 times his size.
he had
Like,
like
Stevie
5 inches
bro,
on him.
that's the funniest part when he's wearing the hoodie and the hat and he's like 13. It's like, bro, no one.
he
would be
lost a
not
fight to
fucking
someone half his size. Like that's
No one would
ridiculous.
not be fucking.
He was
with this
rocking
kid.
the 8 Mile Eminem fit. Like, come on, you're not
Dude,
fucking with
Ruben
him.
was getting I felt so bad for Ruben though, dude. I was wondering when he didn't go in his house, like if he was like hiding his house from them or something, and then it's like no, he just gets beat.
That's what I
And,
thought.
oh
I
damn.
thought he didn't want them to see where he lived.
Yeah. No, it turns out he just gets beat at home, and we're not gonna bring that up again. That's the end of that story.
Fuck him, dude. He was mean to Stevie.
Yeah, dude, not my Stevie.
Know me, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I can see some of people's problems with the ending. Like I don't think it was perfect, but I think it was good. You know, I think it fit what the movie was trying to do at least.
There weren't any glaring flaws with this movie. There wasn't something that like took me out of watching it or made me disinterested or whatever.
When I finished the movie, I couldn't figure out, like, do you think this movie's trying to say anything, or do you think this movie just
I don't think it is.
exists?
I think so.
No.
I think it's saying something.
What do you
I
think? it's
definitely think
saying?
it has something to say.
I like briefly mentioned earlier, but like how like the idea of like feeling that you have to fit into a group instead of like actually being you.
I think
for
part
you.
of it is like really learning how to fit into a group.
Yeah.
You know, like that's the thing. At first, he's just kind of faking it, and then throughout it, you realize that if him just being himself was actually what was working and shit too. Like I feel like I didn't explain that well earlier when I was talking about his brother, like him trying to get into the group through his brother, like acting like his brother, and then how he actually like made friends with them was through like himself actually. You know, like that.
What is
I
like
don't
the
know.
moral of the story?
There's that one line of dialogue that somewhat pedophile girl, the pedophile-ish girl says to him. where
pedophile
she's like,
adjacent.
Hey, not a
You're
rape,
actually
statutory
nice.
rapist.
Well, no,
not
no,
like-
because she was underage. Probably.
chick from
she's-
Euphoria.
She tells him like,
So you're like nicer than those guys. You're like naturally nice, not like fake nice.
Yeah, but then he does
Shoot.
But then he does immediately go and tell them about it when he said he
I
wasn't
don't
going to
kiss
do.
and tell.
He
Yeah,
immediately.
why did he do that? I thought the same thing.
It was the
He said he
negative
doesn't
effect.
kiss and tell, and then he did it.
He was lying.
That was-
literally.
that was
He didn't have
hilarious.
sex, but he was lying in the
Calls him
first place.
Blinker.
He was lying. That statement started from a lie, Chris. He hadn't even had sex yet, but he was
Yeah.
telling her he did.
Hey,
he was fucked up off pills and malt liquor. dude.
Yeah, he was fucked up.
What about the girl in
Probably-
Florida? Wait, that wasn't. That
There
wasn't
was no
real?
girl in
No,
Florida.
that wasn't true. Chris was all like, "Oh, Chris was gonna let him fuck
What,
too.
what
the
about
fuck?
Disney World?
that's what the movie's trying to say. If you want to get girls, lie.
Why?
That's it.
That's the whole
Okay,
point.
yeah. What is the moral of this story? Like, actually, like there is none.
Dude,
But
I
that's
love
fine.
it. Does his brother even say something to him at the end? There definitely is a bit of a moral, like I said, with the
His-
fitting in shit is definitely
His
important,
brother,
especially with the
communicates-
conversation with Ray at the end.
He communicates in his own way with him, where they don't even say any words, but he like gives him the orange juice.
Yeah,
Like, lets him know.
Yeah.
I'm here for you. That's him saying he's there for him. You know,
Yeah.
like that's the thing. Like he is trying to a lot of the time, but he's a fucking 18-year-old kid, dude. He's being an asshole. Same way Stevie is, especially to his mom, bro. Like he was being a dick.
And that's what I meant earlier too when I said a lot of this movie. It's not really through the dialogue, but through the actions.
It's about expression,
Mm-hmm.
really. Like
Yeah, that's really what it's about.
like
Especially, like I said, that's why Ray says at the end, like Ray is very vocal about what he feels, and that's like what's
he
so
is.
when
Yeah,
he
he's one of the
sits down-
few.
That's why he's the best one off out of all of them, and like why when he sits down with them and he just tells them like, yeah, we all got problems, dude. Like they're just trying to hide it, you know. Like and then he finally tells them what his problem was, and like Stevie till then thought saying anything like that would make you gay or a bitch, you know. So he wouldn't do that, or
I
he
did
wouldn't have
think it
friends.
was a little fucked up him telling them everybody's like personal problems and their stories.
yeah,
Not
but
like,
that's like
Yeah,
a
but
necessary
he's-
thing.
But I mean,
though.
they are his friends, though.
They're-
That's the
yeah,
thing.
they're
Like
his
he's just
friends.
giving them perspective.
know.
He's not talking shit.
dude, if
He
I
made the
was
point to
broke,
say, I'm not even joking.
He
Yeah.
didn't do it. He wasn't like talking shit. If he was talking
Yeah.
shit,
I know.
I would agree. But he was just like he was just like, he's the poorest dude I know. Like, and you got to remember that, like that's true. He didn't say it like to be a dick. He's just like he's poor, and he's like he's talking about fuck shit. Who he said like he doesn't care about anything anymore, but and then he says like he was the one that stayed with me when I needed somebody, or I would have like when shit was bad for me. So and he talks about how like him and Ruben fighting. That's why he tells him that Ruben gets super sensitive because of his mom beating the shit out, or his dad, I forget who it was, beating the shit out of him and his sister.
His mom. Final thoughts? Anybody else have anything to bring up?
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, if we want to call it, I feel like it's pretty solid.
Yeah, I think
especially for a shorter movie too.
We touched,
one a good
touched
distance.
A lot of bases.
Yeah.
Grinded a lot of rails. Hit a lot of half pipes. Nick, you go first.
Nick, then. Since he starts.
Rating, I'm probably gonna start with a 8.5. Whereas this is one of my favorite movies. I don't think it's rating wise one of the best movies. I think it's a good considerate constant watch. But it's not perfect, like we said, kind of the ending, and a few of the other things just didn't hit quite home with me. But for the most part, I love this movie because I love the depiction of, not everything is always said through words, and I'm one who isn't always the best
More
with
often
words
than not,
themselves. Yeah. So I don't know. Most things are, can be
especially misinterpreted.
Misinterpreted, and you can tell more things through, watching, observing, and just watching someone's body language a lot of the time. And this movie is a good example of that.
I really like this movie. I've been wanting to watch it for a while. I thought it was really cool. I definitely stand by a little bit of problems with the end. Like I said, not anything significant. I just think it's a little rushed, but I definitely think it's probably one of the most realistic versions of the 90s you're going to see. Like without any color glasses or anything. Like it's just like the time period. It's not looking at anything to be like, wow, this is so cool, or this is what it was like. Maybe a little bit with the skater stuff. Like definitely at the end with the music video, I would say so. That was supposed to, but that's the ending. That was just supposed to be fun. So for me, I'm been very unsure whether I want to give it an 8 or a 9, and I think I'm going to give it an 8. I don't think I could give it more than Warrior. Is the thing. Like I would put this right where I put Warrior.
I mean, I enjoy this movie quite a bit. I kind of like this style of movies where it's like maybe not really about anything, but it's more about like the interactions. There's no central conflict.
The experiences.
It's I thought this was like probably the best movie I've seen that depicts adolescent relationships like realistically, just in their mannerisms and how you can clearly tell by the way that they're acting the way that they act is more realistic of how they feel, and what they say
is the opposite.
Like
it's not true.
And but I think I'd give this movie a 7. I think it's a solid 7 out of 10 movie.
You let Chris hate. Let him get it out of the way. It's coming, dude. He's waiting.
You want me to go?
Yeah. The drop to 0, dude.
I enjoyed this movie for like the hour and 20 minutes it was on my screen, because it is a very short movie.
It's very quick. I think that's a positive, though.
But I mean, it's not the most like memorable movie we've watched on this podcast, but like overall, I definitely did enjoy it, and I'd probably have to give it like a 7.5.
Oh, that's like high for Chris. That's like really high. It's like a 10.
You guys just think I'm a hater, like in your head, but like it's just
the only movie Chris has not hated on is Everything Everywhere All at Once. I only remember. I don't think he gave it a 10. I think he gave it a 9 because he got a 8 on every.
Chris didn't love enough for Nate.
Absolutely, because he just did it to me.
Nate just gives everything a 10 and then criticizes me because I give it like an 8. Like
he gives it like a 4. He just gives every movie a 4.
Nate's on the IGN scale.
Possession.
I like this movie. I think this type of movie isn't for me, where there's not as much of a plot and it's just people kind of living their lives. I normally don't gravitate towards movies like that, but I can acknowledge that this was really well done and the relationships were done really well, and just the writing was great. Even though I wonder if they wrote a lot of this movie or they just let them ad lib. Because
I definitely think they let them ad lib, but
I'm sure there's definitely like a blend of it.
I'm sure they did a lot of takes and just let them talk.
They might have had like a general premise for like a scene and then just like let them riff.
Yeah,
that's my idea.
But in comparison of like my comparison to this movie would be like Dazed and Confused. I think this movie is a lot better than that.
I didn't even think about that. Which one's funnier?
I think this one.
You think it's funnier than Dazed and Confused?
Yeah, I'm a Dazed
don't
and
think I
Confused
think-
hater, but that's
Wow,
just me.
dude.
Oh my god.
But I think just because it's not my thing, I'll probably give it a 6.5.
Okay.
So like I like it, but it's not for me probably.
Yeah, just fuck Nick, I guess.
Damn,
first
dude,
movie.
Tennis
see,
Nick-
like you gave it the positive rating, and it's
His
it's a
first
fuck
movie,
Nick.
dude.
Go ahead, John.
Well, I need the scale.
Well, Sam has to make up the scale.
I'll
I
have to
forgot
make up
to.
the scale.
Dude,
All right,
from the what's a lame skateboard?
from totally shredding to what do they say that sucks in skating? To rank? Is
Epic
rank a
fail,
skateboard?
dude.
Bogus.
Bogus, totally bogus.
Honestly, dog,
Completely shredding.
I think this movie shreds. I think this is pretty.
Dude,
I think this is Gnar. I actually,
dude, it's
I really like this movie. Because
okay.
I already like do really enjoy.
That's the reaction I was looking for, John.
Because I like the sort of like hangout style movies. In the event that we like might be interested in watching another one, there are several that I can think of. There's one
waiting
on the top of my mind that I know Cole would probably give like the first 1 out of 10.
Really?
Based on his response, like his
The Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
movie.
It's called Stranger Than Paradise.
I never heard of that.
It's from the 80s, but that's also not a movie I love, but it would be interesting to get everyone's reaction.
Get it, just see it, yeah. I mean, dude,
but yeah,
as long
like
as it's fun to talk about.
I thought this I thought this was a very sweet movie. So
We only have 2 people on the wheel. It's Sam and it's Cole.
Cole's
Whoever
capacity
gets
for
picked
great
picks the
evil
movie.
needs to be
This
combated.
is odds of.
Which one is the
dude,
real one?
All right, let's spin it. See what it is.
Sit down.
Dude, I can't see it, bro. Who's up and
Oh my
around?
fucking god!
It's not even close. It's not even fair, bro.
Not even
This is such
close.
Dude, spin it again. Spin it again.
No.
Spin it one more time,
Cole
bro.
is the winner.
It's not even
This
close.
guy, dude.
It literally landed on his name, like not even an argument.
Okay, I'm gonna do because we haven't really done like an old like classic 80s action movie. So I'm gonna do The Running Man, which
Oh,
is
that's
an
right.
Arnold Schwarzenegger movie that I think is pretty underrated. No one talks about it.
That's like an unconventional one.
I've never heard
It's
of that.
it's a really cool movie, and then we could talk about the book, which I've never read, but I mean we could try to learn about it for it. Someone could read it. I'm not
Yeah,
reading
somebody here.
it. Somebody,
Someone can-
somebody,
I can
not
read a
me, will
book in
read
a
it.
week. Like,
Whoever
that's
I'm pointing
crazy.
to has to read it.
Dude, Chris
my
Ty
knees
Lopez
on
would
the
be
go.
so
My
upset
knees on
with
the
you.
go.
Yeah, I think you
Ty
guys will like
Lopez
that
was-
movie.
They
Ty-
look so fucking
Ty
dumb.
Lopez was reading a book a
Cole,
day.
I'm gonna assume Chris had it, so Cole got to read the book. Ty Lopez reads it.
I had it
No, Nick was
already.
last.
Dude, I
Cole
couldn't see
took his
Chris.
thing off.
I don't trust Chris.
Chris, you got to read
No,
it, dude.
but-
I'm sorry.
Dude, I think
I'm
it's
confident
funny
you
that
guys are gonna think this movie's cool.
Nate
I am
I
very
love this
confident.
movie. I mean, like, I don't think it's like it's an 80s action movie. It's a really cool premise. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's fun as fuck. Like that's you got my opinion already on the movie
Yeah.
right there. I can rate it. I can rate it right now.
Watch it.
I'm a
I've
big
Has anybody
fan.
else seen it?
No, I've heard
I used to watch
I've
this a
heard of
lot.
it, but I have not.
Okay.
seen it.
sweet.
It's definitely gonna be cool to talk about. I think that's the most important part. Like, regardless of whether you enjoy this type of movie, like it's a fun one to talk about. And dude, who doesn't want to look at Arnold Schwarzenegger, dude? Like, you just get to
That's
admire his
prime-
muscles
that's
the whole
prime
dude.
right there.
This one he was just dropping bangers every week, dude. He was in the movie theater every day, filling it out.
Yeah. That was a good pick.
Couldn't even speak English.
Yes,
dude.
Nick. Thank
It was
you.
a good pick.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, hell yeah, Nick's first pick.
Watching. Thank you all for the talk today.
No, he'll never
be able to
go
share
again.
one of my favorite comfort movies. About just finding a place you could feel like home.
Dude, Nate watched it twice.
I was gonna say. I think should we
It's
should we
the
just
end of the movie.
should we just wait until it's over? It's
Oh,
almost
shit,
over.
dude. I forgot that was on back there.